Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm taking flight in the A320neo in LATAM colours on a flight from here in Brasília, the capital of Brazil, to Rio de Janeiro, Santos Dumont, I believe it is? Yes, Rio de Janeiro, Santos Dumont Airport, which is the secondary airport of Rio, and probably the more exciting one in regards to the approach. So I'll be doing that today. It's about an hour and 40 minutes of flight time, and hopefully it should be a pretty good trip overall. So jump cockpit, set aircraft up, and prepare ourselves for our trip down south of Brazil today. We have got pretty decent ATC coverage, so we have got departure ATC out of Brasília. We do get sensor as well, also you get departure out of here as well. Head down south, and then there is also a controller active at Rio now too, so potentially some good ATC on this flight today. Hopefully one to stick around for the long bits. First things first, we'll activate the batteries and external power. 3 is the nav. No fuel yet, so need to fill the aircraft up. Cruise display active on the emergency lights. Nav lights on, strobe automatic, and that's the overhead panel sorted. Welcome Probos, welcome Christian, how you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to chats. Go to the FMGC, go to initialization, back on departure of Echo, nope, sorry, we're not in the UK. Sierra Bravo Bravo Romeo to Sierra Bravo Romeo Juliet. SBJR. Yeah, well, there's a bit of a mix today, Black Scout. Certainly, not as bad as it was about 10 minutes ago. It was horrible rain 10 minutes ago. It has cleared up a tiny bit, so we'll be sure to pay attention to that. I just want to check one thing quickly. Are my graphics running really low at the moment? I did update my graphic drivers recently. The answer is probably yes. That's horrible. Hang on, let me just increase the sliders again. TS fine. Medium, high. Medium, 100, if that goes high. Clouds high. Texture resolution high. Filtering 16, super something 8. Sometimes when you update your graphic drivers, it does change the settings for whatever reason. Must admit, it's a bit of a pain sometimes, but hey ho, it is what it is. So 15.36. Hang on, max it and then half it. Max half, I think. Yes. Contact shadows, ultra, medium, ambient, high, ultra, cube map reflections 192, ray marks reflections high, light shafts ultra, bloom on, depth of field off, motion blur off, lens correction off, lens flare on. That's going to have to do for now. I'll check my settings out later on. I don't know why, but whenever flight sim up, whenever you update your graphics drivers, it knocks off your settings and all that. So is that it as well with NVIDIA Blindside? Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that suffers this. Then I'm glad I'm not the only one that suffers it. But the frame rate, there you go. The clouds looking much better now, much better indeed. Well, that aeroplane, it's AI. It's not supposed to look good. Right, flight number today. So flight number today is Lima Alpha 3939. IRS will line that. Yeah, so we're doing an RNAV arrival today for the Dumont approach. Should be pretty fun, that. Essentially, we wave our way in through the mountains and hills of Rio before making the approach onto 22. So it should be quite a bit of fun, that. Right, flight in cost index and cruising level. We'll do that from the tablet. Oh, we can get a LATAM Cup. Very nice from the livery creator there. Alright, load tablet up. Let's pull our flight info. Nope, that's correct SciCal code. In the MTDU. SBJR. Nope, that's correct. Nope, you're right. Sorry, RJ. Good spot there. I don't know where it is. SB. I'll double check that in a second. Good spot. Good spot. SB. Right, it's. Where is it? Rio de Janeiro. RJ. Good spot. I hope it doesn't mess up the IRS, which it hasn't. That's fine. I haven't looked at Turtle Beach. I'm going to have a look at the, what do you call it, the Thrustmaster Boeing. Thrustmaster Boeing is my yoke of choice at the moment. I have seen it though, the Turtle Beach. It does look quite interesting. Quite a nice specky bit of kit as well, quite modern too, so you never know, one day, maybe one day. Right, flight plan, so quad 6 to 12, cruising altitude at flight level 370, 1237. That goes there, perfect. Zero flight costs of centre of gravity and block fuel, we'll do that from the Atsu. Before we do that, sorry, let's pull the airplane up. Fuel on board today is 6697, so say 6700. 6700. Take about 5 minutes of fuel, so that'll do. Go to the AOC menu, weather request send, return, go to the weight and balance, skip the fuel since down the FMS, request our passenger loads and numbers off of sim brief, and start boarding the aircraft. AOC menu, go to receive messages, look at the meter and print that out. So we've got the tablet going now, we've got ourselves a weather request. Now just plug in the flight plan, but before we do that, let's load our passengers. Start flights from Brasília to Rio, LA3939, 37,000 cruise, hour and a half on the clock. Departure time will be approximately 20 or 19 minutes. Flying A320neo with a passenger count of 184 today, 184. There is Wi-Fi, there's no entertainment, there is boarding music for LATAM. We have got a safety briefing for LATAM. You get snacks, don't get meal service, and with that, let's start boarding. Back to the FMS. We will pull the center of gravity and zero fuel weights from the aircraft, plug in our fuel of 7.0. 7.0, sorry, or 6.9. We put in 7.0, that's fine then. GPS primary is done, so RS is aligned. Since we are relatively close to the equator, that doesn't take too long for us, fortunately. Do I prefer to fly Airbus or Boeing? I probably prefer Boeing myself. I fly the A320 a lot in flights because it's more regularly available aircraft. At some point, I want to fly the Zyber Mod 73 again, so maybe next week or so I'll do some more X-Plane. But for today, we are flying with LATAM out in South America. Activates the fuel pumps, seatbelt signs, and this will come on, and that is now finished. Well, could turn on the APU as well. But for most part, let's be officially overhead. Right, flight plan. So, plugged in our departure airport of Brasília, starting off with the first waypoint of Nimki. From Nimki, we fly the Uniform Zulu 6 to Tokim. And that's our flight back complete, actually. That's it. Yeah, so departing runway 29 left on the Gaxon 1 Alpha departure. And I'm hoping that we can try and get ourselves a 02 right arrival on the RNAV approach via the Galet's waypoint. So we'll base it on that. But that's flight back complete, passenger boarding, and I am now almost complete with the aircraft set up. We're going to greet the passengers, listen to Oasis, and get ourselves clearance delivery to Rio. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard this LATAM flight 3939 from Brasília to Rio de Janeiro at Santos Dumont. We thank you for flying with LATAM today. We hope you have a enjoyable journey with us as we depart and make our way down on this 1 hour and 30-minute flight. Weather so far looking a bit rainy at the moment, so expect a little bit of turbulence on the way out and the way in. But weather should start to clear up as we reach the coast, and by the time we reach Rio, it should be clear enough to get some stability in. Once again, we thank you for flying with us today. If you have any questions, feel free to speak to the camera crew, and otherwise sit back, relax, and enjoy your flights. Just my Twitch stream there slightly. Yeah, so that's that now sorted. PACX will do its thing. That's in the background. If it doesn't quit in a minute, we'll just kill it. Let's go through the ATIS now for Brasilia, shall we?
Winds 280 at 13 knots, 0 kilometers. Scattered clouds at 10,000 feet. Altimeter 1013. Temperature 26 degrees Celsius. Few dew clouds at 4,000 feet. 0.17 degrees Celsius. Broken layer at 3,500 feet. Winds 280 at 30.
Cool, that is the ATIS. That for us is information Delta. The departure runway is set to 29 left, 29 right, which is fine. Thank you, PACX, for doing that. 29 left is on our flight plan, so we'll be doing that hopefully as filed. Let's tune to the frequency now for Brasilia, which is 118.1. Go to standby frequency, which is approach 119.2.
958 with information Delta on board, requesting IFR clearance to Rio Santos Dumont.
958 standby, go 9494, copio autorizado pushback.
So just to confirm, our call sign today is TAM by the stings. JJ TAM, yeah, that's fine.
958, let's stop.
7958 ready for you to copy clearance.
958, clear to Rio as filed for level 370, depart 29er left, dash on 1 alpha, Linky transition, squawk 4704, after departure, contact Brasilia control 119er, decimal 2.
Confirm, I think we're stands 2,
Clear
3.
to destination via the Jackson 1 Alpha departure, runway 29 left. Climb is flight level 370, squawk 4704, and for departure on 119.2.
958, dash on 1 alpha, Linky transition, with back correct, come ready for PushbackZoomer.
I'll call you when ready. TAM 9.
Just grabbing the charts up for the airport, where it stands 27. Hello there, Brasilia Tower. This is TAM 3939, it stands 27, information Delta, requesting IFR copy to Rio.
39er, clear to Rio as filed for level 370, depart runway 29er left, dash on 1 alpha, Linky transition, squawk 4774, after departure, contact Brasilia control frequency 119er, decimal 2.
TAM 3939 is cleared to destination Rio, climbing flight level 4, or climbing 470, departing runway 29 left on the gas on 1 alpha departure, squawking 4774, and on departure contacts the approach on 119.2.
3929er with back correct, call me ready for PushbackZoomer.
Cool, so quickly stick 4774 on that. That goes to Tara, that goes to Auto, and that is the FMS, now going to plug it in, so departure, 29 left, and that's via the Gasson 1 Alpha. There you go, gets an Alpha. The rendition was Nimki. Yes, it's Nimki. Insert that, and that is complete. We'll clear the discontinuity now. Now clear the flight plan up. And that is our flight plan complete. Go to performance, we'll load up the performance calculator. Going to be quite important today because the weather is particularly nasty. Right, so we're going to start off with the aircraft type, A320neo. Runway length today is...
pushback on to Lima 6, TAM 9.
Runway length is 33 0.
Google 9494, cancel a posição de pushback, mantém a posição.
Airport elevation is going to be 1,060 meters. Yep, 1,060 meters. Wind component is a headwind of 13 knots. Outside air temperature is 26 degrees centigrade. Quite a sick storm this. So QNH1013. Takeoff weight is going to be off our flight plan, which is going to be this. Flap setting 1, anti-ice will be off. Runway condition is wet. So calculate the flex is flex 53, V1 142, rotate 148, and V2 at 150. So let's plug that in now. 142, 148, and 150. Flap setting will be 1, flex temp is 53, and our transition altitude, if I go down on the departure charts, is going to be, guess one alpha,
We're ready to go when you are.
7,000. And that is our flight complete. Passenger boarded, we're in pre-file now. We'll activate the AP bleed, give it a few seconds to kick in, and disconnect from the external power. A little bit of integrated lighting as well, since it's a little bit dark outside, therefore get more visibility in the cockpit from my end. Yeah, the weather certainly not quite as bright and sunny as Brazil can be quite famous to be. Quite busy at the moment. You've got we've got Gol aircraft stand, you've got LATAM pushing back now, you've got a Blue Air 73 over there, that one included as well. Bit out of bit away from home those two, but hey ho. I'm looking at the clouds as well. It's going to be a fun old flight this. Weather going to play a big part of this journey today. Right, so I've set the aircraft up now. We are ready for push and start. They're pushing, however, so we're going to have to wait for them to clear out the way before we'll request our intention to push. Tower will likely have put them in, in priority. TAM 393927 is ready for push and start.
3939, you have a traffic pushing on your right side. Are you able to push simultaneously?
A-firm, we should be able to avoid the traffic on our right hand side, TAM 3939.
3939, quick push back and start caution. Airbus A320 on your right side, push to Lima 6, altimeter 1013.
Caution of traffic on our right hand side with altimeter 1013, TAM 3939 is cleared for push and starts. Cool, right, well. Must admit, I wasn't expecting that easy. PushbackZoomer, we've activated beacon lights to let ground crew that early for engine starts. Let's get going, shall we? Ground from flight deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request confirmed.
Gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 3939 with service to Rio de Janeiro. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in your
TAM 958 ready for taxi.
958, hold position, you have a traffic pushback on your telephone.
Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure.
Hold position will be advised of the traffic pushing back.
Right. Ground from flight deck. Ground from flight deck.
Lima 4, Kilo, Uniform Zulu, 29er, left, home ready for departure.
Bypass pin inserted, so please release brakes.
Brakes released.
Okay, pushback begins.
Uniform Zulu for 29 for coming on for perfect.
958, if you're able, cross your apron to the left and join Lima 4, then Kilo, Uniform and Zulu, 29er left.
You are cleared to start the engines now.
Right. Engine 2 starts. Turn facing east. Turn facing east.
Okay, I will turn by 90 degrees and bring you on an eastern course.
958, did you copy?
Not sure what taxi line they've taken. That probably have to do stop, pushback.
Okay. Now, please tell when the parking brakes are set.
Brakes set.
Solicito Brasília Vitória no
I'm done.
nível de voo
Wish you a nice
370.
Right, pushback is complete.
Autorizado Vitória 370, vê a rota do plano de voo, decola 29 esquerda, neles o nosso
Engine 2 is not yet active. Engine 2 available, engine 1 start. Test controls. Confirm to the screen. Stay back to normal. No, not.
Ano 746 está autorizado Brasília Vitória no
There we go.
370 conforme rota do plano, decola da 29 esquerda, saída
Right, controls are good.
no Alpha com transição
Flaps position 1.
transponder o 4570, Gol 746.
We will arm the spoilers. Just waiting now for engine number 1 to stabilise.
Pode ser quando pronto para estacionamento no 746, grato. 3944, tá taxado na rua.
Thank you there, Kalameng, for the 6. Is that Malaysian ringgits? I think, MYR, Malaysian ringgits. Well, thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Hello? Hello to you too, dude. How you doing? Long channel. Welcome to the chat. Hope you've been well. Oh, that's the altitude. Set altitude 7,000. Thank you, pilot. Flight directors are on and on. Engines are active and stable. Take engine unavailable. Turn off the ignition and turn off the APU. TAM 3939 is ready to taxi. Live time, live weather today, Chavez. Live time, live weather. Preferably keep it as live as possible. Time's not as important, but weather certainly is important. TAM 3939 is ready to taxi.
2929 aircraft taxi via Lima 6, Kilo, Uniform and Zulu, your number 2 for departure runway 29er left, call me ready.
TAM 3939 clear taxi to Lima 6 via Kilo, Yankee and Uniform from a 29er left, we're reporting ready.
Taxi Lima 6, Kilo, Uniform and Zulu, holding for 29er left.
That's Kilo, Uniform, Zulu for 29 left, TAM 3939. Right, taxi lights active. Grab the taxi charts.
Follow traffic ahead, Lima 6, Kilo, Uniform and Zulu, holding point, runway 29er left, your number 3 for departure.
Can I draw on these? The answer is no. Okay, right.
Via Lima 6. Lima 6 Kilo Uniform and hold Zulu runway 29, we are number 3 for departure. TAM 958.
A little bit of throttle in, since it's going to require a bit more throttle with the wet weather. Kilo Uniform, so Kilo now, make a left onto Uniform. They're closing. Fair enough. We caught tower right at the end of their tenure, but hey ho, they got us most of the way through. That's what matters. Right, so we're going to make a right onto Kilo. Left into Uniform and hold on to Zulu.
Breathe normally. Put on your own mask first before assisting children or others.
Do you think explain level is a bit unrealistic because the update's only 15 minutes? Not so much, Adam. I mean, 15 minutes is about average for sim weather updating. Most flight sims say probably sticks about that 15-minute rule. Even Microsoft Flight Sim in regards to it has clouds moving, but too much weather updating too constantly will only add to frame rate loss and bandwidth usage, so I'd say 50 minutes is about right. Next slide though, not for a couple of weeks, Craig, not for a couple of weeks. Explain 12 quite interesting. They did publish the lighting information today on Explain. Looking quite good, that. I'm excited for Explain, I really am. I'm going to pick it up. I'm definitely going to stream some Explain 12 when it releases. It's a platform I'm going to look at. There's no point leaving Explain behind, even with flight sim in place. It's definitely worth a look. How do you know that you're on the yellow line with taxiing? Well, in reality there's no button here in the A320neo, but in flight sim there is. Essentially that line there, just kind of keep it as centre as possible to the line. It doesn't have to be perfect, but for the most part, keep it centred. The aircraft gets centred as well. Like I say, that button doesn't exist in real life in A320, but in Microsoft Flight Sim Neo it does, and I don't know, just use that as a reference point really. Works on both the left hand side and the, well there's no right hand side button there, but it's actually what's on the left. Welcome Bravo, how you doing? Charlie, welcome Bravo Charlie even. How you doing? Welcome channel, what's to chat? Mod passengers, PACX. Right, let's do our pre-check for check. I'll make a left hand turn first, then we'll do our pre-check for checks, just so we can make sure that we're on the taxiway properly. The LATAM behind us, getting a bit close for comfort there. I'm not quite sure what speed they're doing. Make a left hand turn. So we are number 2 for departure. Rainbow. Yeah, I think they're using slightly different scenery to us, hence taxiway's a little bit more a wider berth there. Right, pre-check check. So auto brake set to max. Cabin is secured. Done the flaps, done the takeoff, speed, arc brake and all that. So take config test. Take config normal. We'll look at streaming the Q400 Alfie. It's an aircraft I've definitely got interest in. I haven't picked it up yet, I won't lie, but it's an aircraft I've certainly, well, I've used the classic for sure, the legacy edition of the Q400, so we'll certainly have time to look at the new one for sure. Not too bad, bus driver, not too bad. How you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to chat, hope you're keeping well, dude. X-Men 12's release date, no release date yet, Bravo Charlie, but certainly on the way. Hopefully not too far away for release. Right, so we are going to hold position. That's TAM 8944 lining up the runway now. While we're stationary, we'll also set our Unicom up to. I'm not too bad too, I'm not too bad. How you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to chat. Hope you're all keeping well today. Right, hold position. Brake sets. And let's show my Unicom set up for departure as well. So departing runway 29 left. Departing on the Gaxon 1 Alpha departure. Parking was on stands 27. Taxiways via Kilo Uniform Zulu holding Lima 6. Right. So allow that aircraft now to depart. As soon as they're gone, line up and make our own departure as well. Yep, TAM don't have 737s, and as a result, flight sims swap them out for blue aircraft instead. I'm sure they used to potentially. I think they had some in the fleet originally. Cause I know, really. That's Avki behind me. Obviously, don't know how to use their brakes. I know Gol is the major airline in South America that have what do you call them, 737s. Certainly not so much LATAM. We're going up and hold on the runway.
Brasília controls, TAM 9058, holding short runway 29 behind company traffic.
Maintain present position, stop in present position, TAM 958.
Maintain present position, TAM 958.
Hello there, Brasilia Centre. This is TAM 3939, lining up and waiting 29 left at Brasilia.
Right now to the road, runway 29 left, 3939. Turn 89 double 4 up 1 after 1 minor double 3. Report stats in the flight level 200.
Right, hold position.
Turn 89 double 4, Brasília.
Cabin crew, seats for departure, please.
Right, 1 after 1 minor double 3. Climb flight level 370, 370. Fly direct to Tokyo intersection, Tango up to 2 India Mike. Report flight level 370.
Right, well we're stationed at the ground here. Might as well activate the hand cam, so you can see my full takeoff action there, pushing the stick down a bit and then rotating later.
39, clear to cross runway 29 left to 8 now.
Clear for take.
0 degrees, 1 on.
Clear for takeoff, runway 29 left, TAM 3939. Right.
Turn 958.
40. 1 2 stable. Blue engine flex.
Centro Brasília, o A320nX, ciência da Eco, mantendo nível 110, voando na proa de Bravo Romeo 047 e a página no Bravo.
02526, a lota transforma 6526. Prossiga guia, reporte estabilidade ILS do Lu 29
20.
Gente, transponder 6526, prossegue guia, reporte estabilizado no ILS do
V1.
da 2926.
Rotates. Blinding flash there from the Thunder. Positive climb, gear up.
Boa tarde, ao Papa Romeo Delta Kilo. Kilo Delta Kilo Brasil. Kilo Delta Kilo, mantendo o cruzeiro, tá acionando 4275, palmas para achar.
Down 10 degrees.
Delta Kilo, a lota transponder 6001, identificação, mantém a navegação e aguarde.
Autopilot on.
Airborne at 1934. Climb flight level 370. Fly direct to Linky intersection. Report 370.
Is that for us? Say again, sorry, TAM 3939 up.
Kilo Delta Kilo, mantenha
That's not us.
120 na proa de Araxá. Chame para descida. 3939, airborne at 1938, report 370.
Climb flight level 370 for TAM 3939 up. Set altitude flight level 390. Sorry, 370. Get ourselves. Alright, so the aircraft will continue its climb out. A little bit on the speed there. Just that by positioning the nose slightly down.
Hello, 958 Brazil.
There we go. Right, aircraft control.
958, go ahead.
Going to clear the ground spoilers.
I read you 4x5.
Yeah, it's Portuguese. That's normal. It is loud. I can turn down the volume if you need me to, but that for me is about right for ATC volume. That is about right. Climbing out now, getting some view of the clouds up above. So that's fancy around below as well. They're very flashy, very thundery. Do I fly in real life? Not at all, Stealth, not at all. Rocket, right, how you doing? Welcome to chat, how are you today? I'm not too bad, David. So far so good. Of course tomorrow at work, so a bit of a different day. When do you retract the flaps? You retract the flaps when the... You will... Well, the aircraft will tell you when to retract the flaps. It will be a... Sorry, stand out. A little notice on the thing below the throttle there. Let's get something to toggle lock. It's quite interesting. There we go. Reset the throttle. Throttle power climb. There we go. Right, aircraft control. Now departing Brasília. Next destination is Rio de Janeiro. I work David. I work in the railways. 10,000 feet. We'll turn off the landing lights and retract. We won't turn off seatbelt sign just yet, but I've got a feeling that we'll we'll switch them off very shortly. It's that weather front up front that I kind of want to keep a close eye on. Annoyingly, both the weather radar and the terrain radar are both reading as in-up. So there's nothing I can really do on that, I'm afraid. We're on our own, basically on visual weather today. I'm hoping they fix the weather radar and terrain at some point, because they used to work quite well in Flight Sim. I'm not sure if that's down to the custom FlyByWire coding or if just Flight Sim broken, but I wouldn't mind seeing them both fixed at some point in the future. Do you want to become a pilot? I'd love to do a private license one day, Stealth. Certainly not so much a career really, but certainly as a private license, I'd love to do it. Cloud textures, what's wrong with them? Nothing, they're pretty good. It's only an A319 LATAM. I'm sure they had some 20s in the past. No, certainly A319 is the active LATAM at the moment. No terrain radar on O2 arrival. Yes, good luck. Do you want to become pilot? I've just answered that question, Stealth. I've just answered that question. We'll continue our climb out now, passing through 13,000 feet, so level 130. We've leveled off, continue our course now. So I'll switch off the seatbelt sign and give passengers their first look at freedom for this trip. Don't know how long we'll keep the seatbelt signs off for. Starting while it's a bit peaceful now, we'll have a chance to let them screens back. They go straight away, Nina off the way to the loot. Right, let's have a look at the cabin. Let's see who's on board. Any names that we recognise? The answer is so far no. No, maybe on board I recognise. I mean, for me, South America, you'll probably get a few footballer names. That's about it for me, I'm afraid. No, nobody on board I can recognise, I'm afraid. Anyone else recognise somebody, give us a shout and we'll start to have a look at who they are. Would I recommend PACX? I'd say so, Adam. I do quite like it. It's now not used with every single one of my flights. And yeah, overall, just a really good add-on that I do use quite a lot. So I'd say so. I'd recommend it. Any idea where your FlyByWire is doing rounds as the FPS is dropping? I'm not sure, I'm afraid, Philip. You'd have to speak to the FlyByWire developers, see if there's any issues they can find on their end. So let's see, it's better rain down below. Rainbows in the clouds. Certainly interesting weather at the moment here in Brazil. It's actually quite interesting, but we've cleared the worst of it. And in terms of weather at Rio, it's not, there we go, so it's a few clouds at 200, scattered at 300, gosh, it's going to be a fun little one this, isn't it? 23 centigrade, 2.20, no rain being reported, 40 knot winds, 180. It's going to be a tricky landing this, but we should be able to push a 02 right approach into Rio today. If I'm Gatwick, very good South, do enjoy it. Yes, it's all localised names in PACX, so it depends on where in the world you are. That's where your names will come from. It's all localised, try and make it as kind of authentic as possible, the passenger names. Is it possible that aircraft can have major errors causing a catastrophic situation? It's possible, Nahaj. It's not often, but it's certainly not impossible for the aircraft to have catastrophic problems. I think, what's his name? Chewy had an issue a couple of weeks ago with aircraft up at cruise. Started rocking uncontrollable, so yeah, certainly possible. Not often, but not impossible. Passing through 20,000 feet now, flight level 200. I use the experimental version, the A320neo, Philip. I use the experimental version. This with the modified FMS and improved nav data. How enough we can fly the A380? Not sure yet, Nikki. There's no release date yet for the A380, so we are still waiting for that. Sim crash time printed notice. Not an issue. I've had Bravo. We've printed that notice, and we've got the sheet right here as well with us. Not an issue I've personally faced, I'm afraid. Now, I'm going to keep an eye out because there is potentially some traffic out in front of us, just to be aware of. Looking at TCAS, they are 3 miles. Oh, there they are. Town 3939, go ahead.
No. Right turn heading 210.
Alright, heading 310 for Town 3939. 210, correction.
Limit 40 miles. Heading 210. 40 miles. Maintain 270.
Yeah, bit of traffic there, so we've been asked to deviate to the left slightly. You shouldn't be overtaking Nav Geek. If you are, going too fast. What we're doing is creating traffic conflicts. What's going on? So we got a bit too close to the trap. So this is the map. As you can see, you've got the TAM aircraft on the left-hand side there, which have, well, we essentially were flying to the same path, so we have to deviate around that. And this aircraft, 453, yeah, this aircraft here, going 50 knots faster than the traffic around it. That is, well, causing further problem in its own approach. So, as a result, we've been told to deviate from the path around us.
Volanta 746 Brasil. Volanta 746 Brasil.
So we'll continue on our deviate heading for a little bit. Essentially has a delay to our arrival into Rio today, but it's not a massive delay. At the very least, the weather, so it's starting to clear up a little bit now. You can really see, so you can see where the cloud is, the high definition, well, the whiter brighter bit's a cloud. It makes it a bit foggier. That's kind of the rain down below it. You can see, especially where the rainbow is there. Just the rain definition flight sim. It doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that bad at all.
Relativo no 746, no ponto de espera da 29 esquerda, solicita gate para retorno, estou com o pane no trinca. Ok, após a passagem da aeronáutica da FAP na final, 2526, o senhor está autorizado a ingressar na pista e livrar na
You can hear, when the AT talks today, you can hear a woman's voice in the background. That's kind of an automatic alert to alert ground crew, sorry, to alert ATC that there is a clash in traffic currently engaging. So until we get some safe distance away from the inbound traffic, find more southerly routes. Actually heading towards Sao Paulo, which is the next city along from Rio. This flight done real life. It's a flight from London to Athens. Philip, London to Athens. Second longest, Milan to Volanta. So I'll continue with our present heading for now. And here now, ATC is starting to relax a little now that the main brunt of the clashing is finished. From my end, at least, that looks good. Passing through 28,000 now, flight level 280. Wedge time on A319. Well, same place as the other Airbus aircraft, OJ. Stuff you should know if you're flying on online networks, I must admit.
Continuando descida para Guarulhos. Azul 4652 ao centro.
Did London to Cancun a little while ago. Long flight, but some nice views. Very good. I've done a few flights out of. Well, I've done a lot of flights out of London. I think I've done 1 or 2 out of Cancun. It's quite a nice bit of scenery around there. So maybe we'll do a long haul one day around that. Maybe we'll do a long haul around that. I did enjoy Athens. I probably enjoyed the island of Limnos a little more. But I don't know. Athens is a very historic city. A lot to see, a lot to do. I'll be back. Limnos, beautiful island. Definitely one of my highlights of holidays in the past. 10 days of an increase in total. Came back sunburnt to a crisp. 117787, very good blind sights. Very good. Welcome to how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to chats. We're nearly at our cruising altitude now, flight level 37. Well, passing 30,000 now, it's another 7,000 to go.
Ok, prossiga para o seu táxi de uniforme, quilo, hotel, base aérea.
Uniforme, quilo, hotel, base aérea.
Luana 746, ingressando na 29, vai levar a próxima direita.
So I'm just having a look at the
Brasília, boa noite 26, está no ponto de espera da noivada esquerda.
map for a bit. Essentially, as you can see, there's 3 aircraft here all flying to Rio at the moment. What I need to know is kind of where do I slip into the pack. So I deviated kind of where the aircraft here now is. So we have to double check the call sign for this one. Okay, 6 loads. The connects in this area. So we're flying south, ETHing at 2047 Zulu, so it's looking about an hour or so to the arrival time. Not late yet. Let's recap how long we're going to fly off course for a bit before making a left-hand turn. Gets us back onto the route. Job and roles, customer service, gate line dispatch. On my main 3 roles. Have I flown to Tango Alpha? I don't think I have, pilot. I don't think I have. Will I fly Mercenary 3 comes out? Probably have Geek. Not with you around. Yorkshire, who coming out on tomorrow? I might have a look at that and then last been a while since I last streamed Omsi properly. I think it was London we last did on Omsi, so Yorkshire 3 is on the way out, potentially worth a look. Next trip in real life, no trips planned yet, Velox. I'm hoping to do Wales before the end of the year ends. Although, I must admit, it's getting very cold for that now, so maybe not. But as it stands, I'm hoping Wales is my last trip for the year. Does it be not at all, JJ? Not at all. If anything, 80 right now, making it more exciting, given that you're flying off routes and traffic to a left-hand side somewhere we need to try and avoid. Plus, talking to you guys, I do enjoy it. Why is 80 screaming? He's not screaming, Philip. He's just Portuguese. Yes, the Portuguese is Portuguese. Well, actually, he's probably South American, I'd imagine Brazilian. There's a way you can check the air controllers and live out. This guy is... he's Brazilian. He's been doing that for about 16 years, fair play. Yeah, he's Brazilian. May speak Portuguese down here. Streaming season is over in Mykonos. One more sim, watching streams once again. No is there, Flash Flag. Welcome back to the channel. It's a real person, JJ, so it's an IVAO, it's an NST network called IVAO, so you can see right now we're currently on Brasília Center, squawking 4774, it's a real person controlling the virtual airspace.
Fly direct now. To intersection, sir. Tango Oscar, Kilo Indian Mike.
Second intersection, sorry, for TAM 39039.
Fly direct now. To intersection. Fly direct now. Tango Oscar, Kilo Indian Mike.
Eu tive problema aqui no táxi na ponte.
So where, sorry?
Desconectar aqui.
Is he saying ILTEM?
Tranquilo, galera, sem problema.
It's a real person control. Indian Mike, has to be ILTEM. Okay, let's do this. Direct to ILTEM. Yep, that makes sense, because that's left there. Cool. Thank you, Livestream, for backing me up on that. Token. Gosh, okay. Right to the end of that down, let's see. So that should allow us to now fly towards Brasília while avoiding the traffic in the airspace. Graphics card, I'm using a GTX 1660. Pilot, my specs in the description. Got a 30NX in order, that is yet to arrive. What other games do you play except Flight Simulator? I do play a bit of armour in my free time, Nightmare. I enjoy a bit of armour. I played like a few small games here and there, so Town of Salem I do quite enjoy, if I get myself a bit more mentally thinking, but I haven't played for a little while now actually. Need to get back on that one at some point soon. No, just cheap free mobile games as well whenever I'm at work in the mess room without any internet, so I don't know, I do whatever I do it from time to time.
Ok. O Azul 4621 é o centro da... Azul 4621 é o centro? Azul no 485 Azul no 485 nível 360.
Grab a screenshot for the old Volanta. So far, not a bad flight. Back on course, heading towards Brasília, sorry, heading towards Rio now. Hopefully, time-wise, looking at ETA now, well, still looking at 2047, so still about 10 minutes ahead of schedule, making good time. Although the IVAO approach course 02, that's where the time aspect of this flight may start to drop off a little bit more than it has done. So it's just for Megapack. So essentially flash flag, Megapack, as a team they disbanded. It's a project I've been going for a little while, but just slowly, yeah, it was slowly falling apart, and ultimately PMT decided that it's best for it just to disband and go away quietly. So they did release the Mega Pack for liveries, they did release the A330, they did release the 747 in the past as well, and CIJ, those are gone now. They published everything they've got as like a free open source for anyone to edit and use. But yeah, that's a project that has very slowly just fallen apart there. Thank you, Desiree Pilot, for the €2. Hey you dude, thank you very much. Much appreciated, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Not interested in the 77 Max 8, I'm going to explain Michael. I've got a long opinion on that long ago, which I've had to go into again. Should do more flights in Africa. I do plan to do some more African flights at some point soon, Adam. Now that we're in the winter in the UK, summer, so winter Northern Hemisphere, summer Southern Hemisphere, the longer days are now down south, so we'll definitely be doing some more Southern Hemisphere flights in the next upcoming weeks. I'm not going to leave the UK or Europe entirely, but certainly explore a little more of the world. I mean, I did all the main flights I really wanted to do for this part of the world, I guess. I mean, we did the really long flights from Frankfurt to Buenos Aires. We did do Amsterdam to Juliana with Barbados as well in the A3. Was it 787 or A330? Maybe in the 787. I'll check that one actually. It was A330, Virgin Atlantic, very sexy, that's the one. Yeah, I've done a fair few flights out of Northern Hemisphere. In fact, you can kind of see if I get rid of that. All the pink dots represent airports I've been to. I've covered Europe entirely. Got a few airports around Asia, a couple around Africa, Australia, Africa. But yeah, so that's Southern Hemisphere, a bit lighter. Even South America, probably my lightest region in terms of flying. So let's get a bit more going on down here. Salvador. Flight was... that was the A321, wasn't it? Yes, A321. That was the last time for the A321. At that point, the aircraft Mega Pack is just really... That's it. Mega Pack's another one they did. Really got a bit too buggy for use anymore, so that was where we retired it for good. Hopefully someone brings it back to life, but more love into the project, because it's open source now. But time will tell those aircraft. Time will certainly tell. Also, just dropped a screenshot on Volanta when I was interested. So continue our cruise now. I just playing Explain, hope it doesn't crash on you. Hopefully it'll go well. Mega Pack's gone now, I'm afraid. The Mega Pack went with PMP. The project no longer exists, I'm afraid. This flight a couple of weeks ago, there was a storm. You can see the ground to find the approach, about 1,000 feet, but the weather looks good for your flight. Certainly better than it has been the last couple of days, Fairlight. I'm hoping it will stick for the approach into Rio. I've done a couple of flights, I've done a few flights into Western Russia. I've certainly not gone into Eastern Russia. There's a few airports out there which I probably should explore. What's the famous one again? I'll find it on the map. The one that most people are aware of is going to be one near Japan. Not Korshakov. Which airport is it? There's one that's not too far off the eastern coast that gets quite a bit of traffic. I never remember it saved my life. I wonder if it's active on IVAO at the moment. It's not Kumatovo. I'm sure I've even flown there once. With my brother. It's not Knevici. Vladivostok, that's the one. Vladivostok. That's the, there's a few airports some flights go into. Yeah, Vladivostok, that's the one. If you can tell, South American IVAO, always busy, always hectic airspace. That's why a lot of people love this reason to fly. There's always something going on out here. Even if it's ATC shouting you the entire time. Yeah, it's nice to do a bit more flying out this region actually. Make use of the ATC, make use of traffic. Always busy out here. Always busy. He flew on Friday 2,500 Stornoway. That's nice he died, gosh. Surprised it only lasted 10 months. Interesting. I'll be weary about the 3910. Which version did you get, Fairlight? Why doesn't IVAO they can't. They have text messages. TAM 3039 directs to token. I prefer voice because it's more realistic. But if there's a case where I don't understand what they're saying, voice is possible. Sorry, text is possible. Bot questioning with the hashtags there. Thank you very much. Cloud looks spectacular. Certainly. Well, I think there are periods of clear sky. I'm hoping Rio finds itself in the middle on these. McMurdo's always an interesting one down in Antarctica. Yes. Honestly, you should have seen Madrid yesterday. 1 hour delay, because again, Madrid does get a bit late to see in IVAO as well. LD, I can't see yourself in IVAO whereby you've installed everything. Have you connected to IVAO, LD? Have you logged in? Have you followed a flight plan? If you haven't, you won't appear on that. What's the best TCA joystick set for CRJ? Not sure, Patrick's. I don't use the Airbus joystick. I use a Thrustmaster Warthog. In fact, I use this Thrustmaster Warthog. It's Pallet 3090. Not one I'd have gone personally. I've gone for the MSI card.
360, decolagem da pista 1 Toruco no alto futebol. Ajuste seu altímetro 10 para 1. Confirmando, a decolagem vai ser da pista 34. 34, 200.
Right, we're plugging this approach now for Rio, not Rome. So, let's grab the arrival charts. Let me do a bit of studying now. So this will be the approach charts, runway 02 right. Let's have a look.
O complemento correto, o transponder é 6660. Procedimento de solo a seu critério.
Isn't sorry, I was coming from the. So let's see, I need the route via editor. What's this? So it's not an X-ray. So Yankee is not a Yankee. X-ray. What was Volanta's report to as? An RNAV whiskey is what I'm looking for. That's the one, yes. An RNAV whiskey via. Where are you? Get up. There we go. So make an approach to the east. We fly north of the mountains down here. Continue the approach, right hand turn, and then into runway 02 right. That's what we're going to do today. I spent a bit of time studying this. Vegetary and Pappy's not coincident. Great. So ignore the Pappies essentially. Right. That is our approach today. So a RNAV 2 right whiskey. That's that. Transition. No start. Insert that. So flying towards token. Before that, I need to stick skeleton. I'll double check the flight plan on the plan mode. Zoom in a bit. That's about 20 miles. Go step by step. So Gellert, onto Romeo Juliet 32, on to 801, 802, 803, left hand side at 04, and approach visually into 02 right. That is correct, that's what I've sorted out. It's going to be interesting this. Should be able to put it off, but I'm trying to keep an eye on the go around as well just in case. So that would be a departure, climb out maximum 2,000 feet. Remember that. Course of 145 and away from the airport.
Brasília Azul 4079 está 37 milhas do BH. Está com fone piloto automático, vai só terminar com fim. A sua transmissão chegou muito baixa, só entendi que alternar confiança.
As a camera, it's default Pat Pilot. The camera flights I'm using is default. All default. I got artifacts on screen at first, then it went blank, hardware sound when it plays. I was removed. Interesting. There you go, the Premiero, A320neo, that America does all the fast A320neo in the south of America. Oh yeah, Flight Sim is amazing. Absolutely adore this platform. Looks fantastic, feels fantastic, sounds well, feels okay, sounds alright, but visually the sim really is king right now. Next flight, can we do a Frankfurt to Dubai? What flight was it I did? I did... Flight to Munich, I can't remember where I started off though, it was one of the Middle East countries. Drawyah, Milan, I think it was Etihad. What flight did I do? Abu Dhabi, it was Abu Dhabi to Munich, 787 Etihad. Similar route, but potentially I could do Dubai at some point. Yes, LD, you file a flight plan and you connect online. If you don't have any of that, you won't be on the WebEye. Greetings, Beto from Brazil, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to chat, how are you today? How are you? While one of the wings is not coloured, glitch to the model. OJ, I'm afraid. Glitch to the model. That of every livery, I'm afraid. All aircraft have the left winglets white and the right winglets coloured. Welcome, DJ Trujus, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to chat, how are you today? Let's calculate our top of descent while we're here. So we need to enter the pattern at 2,700 feet. Send it at... So reduce speeds to 140 knots. It's a descent angle of 2.85 degrees. 2.85, we'll remember that for the final approach in. So we need to enter, so since current altitude, 2700, 108 miles before we enter Romeo Juliet 032, sorry, 108. 287, so we've got a bit of cruise left to go now, about 120 miles before we start our descent. I have on the 3090, when I'll get it, no idea yet, Fairlight, still waiting in the queue. Like a lot of people, the 3080 is a case of waiting. I'm not going to buy it from Scalper, we're going to wait for a genuine sourced 3080 from a genuine store. In my case, Overclockers UK. They keep me updated with the queue and all that, so it's the least I can really do, I guess, at this point. And I've also tried blocking as many Scalper orders as possible. Hasn't always been impossible, but you can only really work with what you got, so I'm not super fussed. It is what it is. Interesting. So I'm gonna, when I get transferred to Santos Tower, I'm gonna try and request the approach from the to Barnav side. Hopefully I'll get it. If they reject it, I'm going to pull what I call a pro-game move. How old am I, David? I'm 22. Any pre-built PC recommended to Master Flight Sim? I won't recommend pre-built, my neck. Always build your own. Always build your own. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen before Christmas, I'm afraid, Fairlights. About a year and 2 months, I've managed to get myself from about 500 in the queue to 60, so progress, but unlikely for the end of the game, I'm afraid. I'm right, Charlie. I'm not going anywhere. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. I'm going to fly LX to Honolulu as L1. I've done LX to Honolulu, yes. Flew it with United Airlines 747. That was the horrible stream with the memory leak. So I need to redo it at some point with a bit more than 2 FPS. I've done it. 747.
Ciente, vai aqui pro nível 390 e voa direto obtude o gol 1826.
How do you put on order across the UK? Just like any other store. You go to the website, you person order, and it puts you in the queue. I find overclockers are an interesting store. I mean, they give you a free pack of Haribos with every order, which is supposed to be like a treat for the one who fits your system together. I can't fault them. I've used them a couple of times in the past. Right. Wish good luck, thank you, Suresh. 263 miles to go, 44 minutes expected arrival, looking at an ETA about 30 minutes time to ground, plus approach time on the RNAV. I'm hoping we'll avoid a go around today. Weather-wise, the clouds have actually cleared up very nicely. Visibility is much better than I was expecting, so I'm hoping that it means that the RNAV approach will be a little easier for us to perform. In terms of the actual routing, this bit's alright, as long as we follow the 2.853 angle descent rate down. That's the descent angle there for us. This bit's easy. It's this final turn. I wouldn't say I'm worried about. Max 140 knots will reduce to minimum approach speed at that point, but essentially we need to be inch perfect with this turn here, which actually Volanta marks as a challenge. So if I go to the Volanta map, you can see where the... So let me compare both Volanta and challenge. So if I move that down a bit and move this one up a bit. So you enter the pattern at Gellert, which is slightly northeast heading here. Essentially you follow the path on the course around, final turn, and then approaching to runway 02 right. On this chart, that doesn't look so bad. There's no, well, there's a sense of scale given, well, there you go, sorry, not scale, so fair enough. There's no sense of scale here. This map shows you how tight it is. You make your approach over the city of Rio, and you have to be within these are the extremities in terms of the final right-hand turn, and we need to be bang centre of that to head straight into 02 right. Kai attack, child's play. Paro, if you know the approach, also quite easy. This one you have the challenge of either overshooting or undershooting, understeering or oversteering, so you've got to be very careful with this final approach in. Go around is always an option. We can go around a couple of times, got a bit of extra fuel on board this aircraft for us to get going, but ultimately, hoping to do it first time. No, David, there's no way to get flights in for free, I'm afraid. Cheapest way is getting it through Game Pass, but that's a monthly subscription. Otherwise, $60 for the standard edition of the sim. If you're ordering your GP just for Haribos, I keep buying it for the wrong reason. Hangar 9 to 787, yes. Heavy Division. So Hangar 9 did a 787, but as far as I'm aware, they've not disbanded as a group, but they have stopped the projects for 787. Heavy Division are still doing there, still actually developing, so I'd recommend download the Heavy Division out of those two. But yes, Heavy Divisions, in fact both of them, but Heavy Division more so. New FMS, improved systems, and just overall a slightly more realistic little aircraft for 787. Which shall work out. I'm not going to reveal that, David. That's basically like revealing where I live. Not going to happen. 238 miles, still got a bit of time to go. Yeah, passenger safety and approach. Yeah, you can talk, Kai. Mr. I sorted my 737 out and crashed into the Amazon forest somewhere. Yeah, so the plug-in approach, for the most part, briefed with the I love the shirt, Drawyah. I must say, looking rather tanned. Well, this is my work shirt. This is my underlayer because it's cold, and this is just my work shirt on top. I'll bust it up if you want me to. If you want me to look, there you go. Nice and smart again. As for the tan, that's just my, because I've got a new webcam set up, so I'm still kind of bouncing it between that webcam, this is the new one, and my old webcam, which now features the hand cam for hand action. I'll find a balance out, but we'll see how it goes. Do you do there and back streams? Sometimes, Matt. Not today. Today's only a one-way trip, but sometimes I will do there and back. Sometimes I'll do multiple legs. So when I did a fly, what was it? It was only a couple of weeks ago. I did my last dual legs trip. Every so often I'll do there and backs. Yes, every so often I'll do there and backs. Double check what the last trip I did was. Lisbon, Bilbao, Milan, Amsterdam, LaGuardia, Cairo, Geneva. So last flight I did was actually, was it 5 legs in one? I did Warsaw to Krakow, to Gdańsk, to Rzeszów, back to Warsaw. So actually, yeah, so 1, 2, I did 4 legs in one, 4 flights in one stream. 5 hours of Embraer 195 action. Actually, I really enjoyed that flight. Got myself an award. And was it 4 or 5 legs? So start from Warsaw, going to Krakow, then to Gdańsk, then to Rzeszów, then to Warsaw. So yeah, 4 flights, 4 airports. And jam for the action. Yes, you get to see all my fancy metal full build stick action, eh? Question, you're wondering when to switch barometer, transition altitude. How switch from standard to, how switch to standard? Well, it's easy. Normal, standard, normal, standard. You push and pull, push and pull. You need to put it to set standard, push it to release standard. Have you seen all the Insulet Britain? Yes, I have seen Insulet Britain. More close than you think, I must admit, Charlie. Again, transport worker, you get to see him face to face sometimes. 108 miles, still got, we've got about 100 miles for descents. Nice to hear a bit of peace and quiet from the agency side of things. It's not quite as hectic as it was a couple of minutes ago. A bit more, well, less shouting. Nope, UK4 crisis is pretty much over now, AvGeek. For the most part, things are back to normal. They're protesting about house insulation and lowering the cost on that to allow people to install their houses for cheaper. So far so good, FTS Sortie. So far so good. There was an average shift at work today. You had your usual yobs doing what they do. Apart from that, now streaming and the aircraft performing rather well for us. Yes, I'm using the experimental version right now, Willie. So, if you want to use what I'm using, it's the latest experimental. Do I live in the country? Yes, I live in England, the UK. I think most people live in countries. Maybe a few that are on boats and sea, but most people live in countries. Friend caught his flight right boarding. Was about to have his, was about to finish, and bags would have been removed. To stop the. Ouch. Okay. I'm glad they got away. Hey, in Brazilian, love to fly the Rio proximity record. It's -19 as over my A320nx plane. Well, if it's -19 to beat, fly better. We'll try and beat 19. Hudson at this airport is, yeah, so the short runway, small airport, small everything, with a very small approach path in. Yeah, 1,200 meters. We'll definitely try and cut the drops back. How often do I go live? I try and go live a minimum 3 times a week. So Wednesdays, Saturdays and Sundays are my primary streaming days. Sometimes I'll do Thursday, so I think I'll do a stream tomorrow for Train Sim Worlds. Do some 1938 stock action. Friday, try and get some maybe fishing done actually. I haven't been fishing in a little while. I've got my old stick controller perhaps up for that. And then, yeah, so Sunday, back into Flight Sim. We'll try and do maybe 1 Flight Sim, 1 on X-Plane. Welcome Peninsula, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chats. You've actually been in Croatia Sunday, found out some new flight caught okay. Well, enjoy your isolation in Croatia. A2C, it's IVAO, Pat Pilot, IVAO. How long is, how wide is this approach path? Maybe we'll check. Hey Google. 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. 8. Okay, 116 miles. Not really a problem. Been making interesting world. It's worth a look, Willie. It's worth a look. I do enjoy a bit of train to world myself. I work in railways, so I'm surrounded by trains. I volunteer in trains. I play trains. I work trains. My entire life is trains. Would you mind sharing your sensitivity settings for your high test and throttle? I mean, to be fair, LDEC, it's really, sorry, LD, it's really down to your own personal use. I mean, my Warthog is very sturdy, very heavy as a stick. As a result, my sensitivity is actually quite high. There's no dead zone at all. It's all right against the unit itself. What I find good, you may find very different in regards to what stick you use. So I could share it. Not that you'd probably find it any useful, to be honest. So on the way home, need to isolate power and need to negative tests. Besides, no symptoms was good. Very good. Yes, David, X-Plane is also $60. Both Microsoft Flights and X-Plane are about $60 for their, well, X-Plane's $60 for stock, Microsoft Flight Sim $60 for the standard edition. So yeah, I'm looking at TCAS there. Aircraft ahead, aircraft behind us, all within a couple of miles from one another. Yes, I have seen the guys TikTok train spotting. I must admit, I haven't seen a Dick Butt on the railway yet, but if I ever spot it, I'll be sure to take a photo of it. Yes, I think we've all seen, what's his name? It's like a Greek name, isn't he? If not Greek, it's quite, I don't know, that type check his name.
Maintain 370, continue at 5, report top of the sensor. Continue at 5, we report top of the sensor, American
4-6-2-1, LATAM, ideal de descida.
Do you prefer X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Sim? Microsoft Flight Sim would say, Matt, Microsoft Flight Sim. From what you know, X-Plane 12 is free for X-Plane 11. I don't think so, FGeek. I'm fairly sure it's a new sim, new purchase, unless I've misread something. Thank you, NN Games. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad you enjoyed my streams. How much is it PACX Microsoft Flight Sim? PACX costs $30, I believe. It's compatible with any sim, so if you've got X-Plane, Microsoft Flight Sim, FSX, FS 2004, X-Plane 10, anything that uses FSUI PC or XUI PC is compatible with, so $30, all sims compatible. Evening in the UK, Chief Brex. Evening in the UK, afternoon here in South America. How are you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to the chat. How are you today? The weather is great now, much better than the departure. I'm hoping that just means, okay, minus scary clouds in front of us. I'm hoping that means that things will be nice and clear for us on our descents later. Let's print out a new weather sheet and then let's sort out our performance for the arrival. So do a new weather request. Give it a few seconds to wait for it to appear. Hey, welcome to Brazil. How enjoyed the view? It's been fantastic today, the views. The views have been absolutely stunning. The weather, glorious. I'm hoping this is a bit clearer in Brazil. Well, there's a message now. Let's hope for the best. So there's a few clouds at, okay, a few clouds at 200. Nope, a few clouds at 2000. And that's all. The weather is good. The weather is very good actually. That's certainly a sigh of relief. Let's grab the printouts. Next phase, next phase. So QNH is 1009. Temperature is 24 degrees centigrade. Winds are currently reporting 180 at 12. Transition altitude, double check, I think it's 7,000 feet again. I'll just confirm that with the approach charts for Rio. Yeah, oh no, okay, transition level by ATC, so departure is 7,000, we'll go with 7,000. 122 simulates for TAM 39399, thank you very much, take care, good night, bye bye. Gracias. Nope, that's Spanish. I'm sorry, Portuguese is a language I say nothing. I don't know Portuguese, I'm afraid. And so I went for Spanish there, which is actually probably the worst I could have done. I do apologise to all Portuguese speakers of the world, that was horrible. So let's be shot for that. Right, minimums is 60, nope, 305. Gonna be full flap standing. 123 approach, 118 landing. Right. I've already asked that question, David. Again, you're doing that same thing you always do, which is spam the same question over and over again, hoping for a different answer. This time, if you continue doing it, I'm just going to ban you full stop, because I'm bored of this now, every single stream. 122 simulate, we're now on Unicom. Thank you, ATC. So we have got Tower at... Let me drop a message to Tower. Like I say, this is now where it's determined, do I continue, or do I just pull a pro-game move? It's .c, is it, for chat? Nope. I can never remember chat command for either, I don't know why. .m. No. So there we go. Could from the RNAV to right whiskey approach for next 7 stream. Hopefully next 2 weeks I'm hoping to do on STL. I'm hoping to do a long haul on 77 next 2 weeks. Long overdue. I keep saying with next flight, and then other add-ons keep releasing. Walk! Do you fly FlyByWire version in game? Well, I fly the latest version of the experiment, so that's for sure. Transport 2, yes, £25. How are you, Warhawk? Dos cerveza. We can understand Spanish, it's okay, I guess. Nope, I still deserve to be shot. Right, so I've requested the approach from Tower. Hoping they'll respond to me shortly. We are now approaching top of descent, so let's speak to the passengers one last time, and let's get this thing going. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick update from the flight deck. We are shortly about to start our descent into Rio, and so we are asking if you need to use toilets, please go now before we turn on seatbelt signs in the next 10 minutes. Once again, we're just about to start descent into Rio. A little bit of cloud cover ahead, there's maybe a little bit of turbulence, but for the most part, we should be making an approach into runway 02 and landing in the next 30 minutes. Thank you. Set altitude 2000.
2,000 feet.
Right, so I've got descent. Was it 1,700 to be used? 2,700, so I'll switch over to the 100 now. Just get 7 more on. How is the microphone? Is it correct by any chance, or is it alright? I'm listening back to the PACX message, it seems a bit crackly to me. Is it alright? Is it a bit crackly? If it's crackly, I'll change it. If it's alright, then that's just a thing of PACX. Yep, finally get to your landing, dude. We're within well, I'm hoping within about 20 minutes we'll be making the approach and land. But we have started descent now. Next stop is Rio. Also, got to bear in mind that there is traffic around us. We are slotted in for number 2 to arrive. Also our speed at the moment. We're doing around speed of 474. They're doing 470. Yeah, so our speed's about the same. So that's actually good. Yeah, we've got about 5 minutes separation. That's all we need. 12:15. Yeah. So as long as we can clearly approach and land, give us a couple of minutes just to get the runway off. Microphone's lovely. Good to hear. Like I said, I've spent a bit of money on this new setup because my last setup died on me. So if it's working, that's good to me. Santos Dumont is a tricky approach, Diego. Yes, it's quite a challenging one. I mean, the large aircraft that can land here is the A320, and so potentially more challenging than FlightControlReplay we'll be approaching in today. Right, David, I'm using you. Last warning. I read your first message about being in year 11. I'm not interested, dude. Seriously. I'm sorry, but you need to stop with this copy and paste. It's annoying now. Spam. It's just spam. Say banana. Banana, Mr. Cyclops. Banana. Welcome to Cena, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. How are you today? If ATC reads QNH to you, well, in a sense, do you yes, if you get the QNH readout from ATC LD, switch transition standards, sorry, switch from standard transition straight away. When ATC talk to you, do it. Oh, it's more tricky than Kaitaka, Ojai. It depends if you're doing the same approach as us, though. If you're doing a different approach, that's different. Read your charts. They do explain a lot about the approach you're doing in today. We went through that a couple of minutes ago. We'll go through it more time before we get to the final there. I've got them open for me now. We can get a pretty good view of old Chrysler Redeemer as well as the approach, actually. Right underneath the statue itself. Santos Dumont has one of the most amazing views for approaching. Yes, it does. So hopefully we'll make a chance of that on the replay as well. Get that from the passenger perspective and all that. Get some maybe mountain views as well. I think I can remember 5 zloty a month is okay for you. Very yeah, 5 zloty. That's if I remember. It's 4 zloty for £1. So that's £1.25ish. 5 zloty. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. More difficult. Proceeds to faint. Welcome, Benji boy. How are you doing? Welcome channel. Welcome chat. How are you today? Yes, Victor. We're in Brazil. We are finally in Brazil. Come to Brazil. They all say, come to Brazil. Finally, we've come to Brazil. That's what she said. New microphone sounds great. You should consider doing ASMR of your mouse wheel. It's a cheap, well, it's cheap mouse. It came with the original computer I got back in 2008. Used a bit of an age for this mouse. And it's never failed me once. I've had a few gaming mice over the years. This one has never failed me, so it's one that I hope to keep for the rest of my life. If not, buy the same model. Alright, so I'm going to screenshot there. One for the old Volanta. And again, if I ever do more flights with LATAM, it's a nice little way to build screenshots. Nice, yeah, and thumbnails as well, even. Screenshots and thumbnails for Volanta and all that. In fact, maybe change this thumbnail to something a bit more appealing later on as well. Cool, right, we've been given permission to the 02 approach from ATC, so that is me good. Continuing our descent, passing through 25,000, we'll continue a bit longer for now, but at some point soon, we will be switching the seatbelt signs back on and bring passengers back to their seats. So that's a screenshot from Volanta. Give it a like if you're around. Yeah, the clouds have been really, really good to us this flight so far. Visually, very good indeed. So we're behind 958. We're in front of 5864. Few departures as well. Ooh, right, what's this one there? Oh, it's just possible. Gosh, Dubai to Sao Paulo. It's a long flight that. Fair play, dude. An A380. I wonder what platform you're flying in. Explains good old Peter Haig, right? Oh, that's the only thing I can really think of in terms of the A380. Unless you're using what do you call it? Not iFly. Abacus Airbus 380, the greatest add-on ever produced. Is it £1.05.40 now? Gosh, that's inflation there. 'Cause I remember it used to be, well, I should say that. I mean, £1 used to be about 10 zloty 15 years ago. At its highest record, I know it was £1 to 4 zloty. It's it's 5.40. It's not terrible. That's exchange rate. Thank you, Mr. Skyclops. Thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated. Switch from subscribing. Still very good to enjoy that. Yoko, I use a Warthog stick and throttle, Justina. A Warthog HOTAS. Gosh. Microphone's great. Thank you very much, Fairlights. Where would you get deliveries from instead of PMP? FlightSim.2 or FlightSim.com? I'd say deliveries. FlightSim.2 or FlightSim.com. Any more upgrades from your PC? CPU as well, Fairlights. Once I get my GPU, my CPU will hopefully be upgraded within a week or two after that. Where do you get the map app? It's a Volanta. It's a free app to download. This one, Volanta. Unless you're referring to this one, which is the IVAO WebEye, or this one, which is Navigraph. Navigraph pay for, WebEye and Volanta are free. TOTUS 19, great aircraft, yes. I do like TOTUS aircraft full stop. Very good in Modest Carapane's next plane. Last one I did, in the A340. So how do you got bad A380s? Hopefully soon we'll get ourselves a decent 380 in the form of Megapack. Someone did LAX to Honolulu and DC3. Gosh, took them 11 hours. Fair play to them. That is well out of my range, that's for sure. Right. Seatbelt sign on. Anti-ice has off now. Don't know why I turned on in the first place, but I think I'm off now. Great co-pilot there, preventing something. What do you mean by scenery isn't loaded correctly, Ojai? What's potentially gone wrong there on your end? You remember back when £1 was worth $2.19 in the 90s, living in England in 1995, still miss being there. Always welcome back. Always welcome back. Yeah, the TOTUS 1921 and 340, same here, Geek, same here. In the end, did you get rid of yes, I no longer use Fox charts, I now use Navigraph natively. I don't, ChartFox I always liked, it's a great little tool there, freeware as well. But there were a few airports which I flew to that were just missing, plus the upgraded X-Plane navigation data, plus the in-sim integration actually up here as well. There's a few things that actually I need to do the code, won't I? Let me quickly do the code for Navigraph. That's my one gripe with this. It doesn't remember to save this all the time. So I have to do this every time. I might just see if there's like an update or something I can do. There you go, that's more like it. So load up the data, there's the flight plan. We are in this stretch here. Let's see, giving us some preferable approaches, but we're sticking with 02. Right, open that, open that. What was I looking for? So star charts, no, approach charts for 02 right on the whiskey. Yes, Victor, whiskey, there we go. Right, so soon we get to Gaylets and fly northwest towards Romeo Juliet 031. From there we fly the Romeo Juliet to 032, 032, and it's 801, 822, 823, 824, approaching to runway 02 right. You fly over the mountains there to the east of, to the west of Rio. Just down. Fly north of the hills that overlook the city, including Christ Redeemer, which I believe is about here. So fly southwards, away from the runway, left-hand turn, follow the path around, and then make the approach into runway 02 right. 019 runway heading. Final approach afterwards. There's this final turn here that needs to be done inch perfect. Too much, you go too far and you go around. Too little, you go back the way you came, and again you have to go around. So runway fine margins. I'm hoping we'll be able to manage without too many problems. So I'm going to map slightly more. Passing through 12,000. We're a bit hard on it, to be honest, I admit. Nothing a bit of spoilers and approach speeds early can sort out for us. I will try to Q400 at some point in Community Live. I do plan to fly the FlyJet Q400s. I have got the Legacy, so at some point fly the Neon as well. They're taking the north approach, they're taking the north approach. Yeah, we're gonna... I think we may pull this pro-game move, I think. There we go. Spoilers out. Reduce speed. Try to spot up. It's always the plan, guys. Always the plan. Welcome, Lieutenant Drip. How you doing? Channel chats. What's the star called? There's no star on this one. It's another approach by the Galet's intersection. So I'm going to reduce my speed now to set speed 230.
Of course.
No, okay. So speed and hail to do manually. Altitude Copilot will do for me. So reduce to 220 actually. We'll just beat ourselves down to flaps 1 a bit earlier as well. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing. 10 minutes. Welcome, Mr. Cyclops, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to chat, how are you today? Also, had sunsets. So this approach 2. You can get a whole lot today. Spoilers out. Passing below 10,000 feet. Oops. Then lights on.
We have begun our final descent to Rio de Janeiro. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash on final time.
Flaps position 1.
Flaps to 1.
Please also store any carry-on items either in the back pocket or under the seat. All Wi-Fi related tasks.
Approach constraints. So we need to be at 4,800 by Romeo Juliet's 931. Is that even included in this chart? No, first one is 031. So 032. Okay, yeah, so we need to be down to 3,500 by this waypoint here. And at that point, we'll follow a 3-degree down slope descent. So when we switch over to... I remember how to do it. It's this button here. That would only set to a descent rate of... to a descent degree of 2.8. Yeah, 2.85 degrees descent. No, we're alright. Let's go to that control the air. No, don't do that. Do not do that yet. In fact, let me activate the approach phase now, just to get the aircraft onto the lower speeds as required. We'll set the transition out weather now to pressure to 1009. Cheers, Arik. I don't know, the face focus at work is controversial. Some like it, some don't. I don't mind. As long as I keep it trimmed. Here we go. This is why I like train radar to work for me. Sadly, it's in ops, so doing it by hand. Speaking of hand, let's bring a hand cam up. passing through 6,500. Okay, so I'm going to increase that to 3.5. The descent rate. 032. Right, I need to actually be below that in 10 miles. So no, back down to 2,700, sorry. Reduce speeds to 200 knots. So max 160 by Romeo Juliet 1802, so yeah, reduce down to 200. Got my Navigraph charts on the right hand side there. That's basically our well, I'll buy up for this flight. Let's get the replay going, shall we? As for by LATAM, interesting. That'll be big change in South America. A320 Rio Santos. Yes, John Santos. Alright, into clouds we go. Could accelerate slightly, so it's going a little bit on the high side of speeds. That's 3,500, so actually speed-wise we're better now. Here we go. This is where the fun and games begin. So we need to be at 2,700 by Romeo Juliet 32. Visibility is, well, it's not bad, but shaky. The wind. I'll reduce that down to the 140 minimum approach. Well, not minimum approach, but essentially what we need to be at for final turn. And consolidate that with flaps. Spoilers back. Holding at 2,700. Switch over to manual control of that now. It's not that, sorry. It is vertical speed, sorry. There we go. 2.3, that needs to be set to 2.5, sorry, 2.8. Flaps position 2.
Flaps 2.
Right. Sets. Flaps position 3.
Flaps 3.
Landing gear down.
Lowering the gear.
Flaps full.
Full flaps.
Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Holding 140 knots. Reduce the minimum approach as required. You're nerve-wracking, Black Scout. I'm even more scared here. There's the airport. Give you an idea of how tight this final turn's going to be. Secure. Spoilers armed. Brakes set to medium. Can't do max, so medium have to do. Right, let's do this. Yes, we are in Rio at the moment, Edwin. There's the airport. 02 right. This is short final. I know AvGeek, but we're here to have fun. Hopefully for December, they started November, Cyclops. Right. Right hand turn. Nope, flight director stays on. One, flight director definitely stays on. Autopilot disconnect. I'm in control.
Above 400. Minimum.
Minimums continue.
$200. 100. 40, 30. 20. Retard.
Throttle.
5.
Reverses max. 100 knots. 80 knots. 60 cut. And there we have it. Welcome to Rio, Santos Dumont.
Gentlemen, welcome to Rio de Janeiro. The local time is just 8:55 p.m. and it's currently about 24 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. These remain seated until the aircraft is comfortable.
Spoilers out, flaps up.
Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bin as items may have shifted during the flight.
Clear the runway.
This is your final destination.
Right, APU start. Taxi lights set.
Check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of the journey.
And that's how to see the gates. Nope, disconnects from IVAO. Too much conflict with the runway, which is what we wanted to do. Right, so taxi to the gates. Yeah, for this airport, that is about normal for the approach, I must say. You max brake it, and you pray to the gods that you're going to slow down in time for the end. It's a funky airport, this one, I must say. Most airports use the main Rio de Janeiro airports. This is the secondary airports that not so much traffic gets. But, hardly realistic. Yeah, good luck with the 747 monolith. The A320neo is the biggest aircraft that can land here, and that's with a reduced takeoff and landing weight, so you only get about half capacity in reality. There are limitations to land the A320neo at this airport, but it's not impossible, as shown today. No one is using Rio. Speaking of which, where is the Christ Redeemed statue? It should be just one of these overlooking the town. Maybe not. I'm sure it was that one. Obviously there's no scenery up there or something, or you just can't see it in the fog. I'd have to double check. But we have got a replay, so don't go anywhere just yet. If you want to see the landing from the passenger point of view, touchdown late, we'll check it out in the replay. Saw the video. Saw the sod medium brakes, manual braking it is in your face. I'm sure the replay, and I'm sure the hand cam as well, would just show that a bit more in depth as well, the final approach to that. No, we'll check out the replay, don't forget, so don't get anywhere just yet. Finally, after 2 weeks, you got to flight sim Series X. Coming in 2 weeks, managed to get the. You got Turtle Beach as well, did you? I've had good things about Turtle Beach. I'll look into them. I've not ordered anything yet for yoke system wise. I'm definitely looking at the Airbus, sorry, the Boeing from Thrustmaster, but time will tell. With which one I go for. I'll turn off the taxi lights. I'm going to blind the ground crews, kill the flight director. So again, the ground marshal there is slightly off-centre to the line, so I'm going to ignore ground marshal and we're going to taxi onto the line. Parking brake set. AP lead set. Engines off. Seatbelt sign off. Once the menu pops up. So total flight time 1 hour 18. Not bad, that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rio de Janeiro Santos Dumont Airport. We thank you for flying with LATAM. We hope you had an enjoyable experience with us today, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Temperature outside 25 degrees centigrade, so nice and warm as we just about the aircraft and lead you off into the Brazilian sunset. Once again, thank you very much for flying with us. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross check please. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rio. Let's connect the jetway up to the aircraft now. We will expedite this embarkation now. And hopefully, yes, that'll complete shortly. We've missed out that part of the approach. I'm hoping that that's enough to get the award, because we were bang on centre for the rest of the approach. But do we miss out on that? It'd be a shame if we did. Challenges wise, remaining. I hope he got it. I really hope he got it. Statistics, yeah, I would have recorded that. So we got milk, which is a flight from Melbourne Sydney. We've done that a couple of times. Maybe it just needs the cash, but potentially has that cost us the award? If it has, I will be disappointed. I cannot lie. Be sure to not deviate to a final turn. See, it's all about the final turn. That is a bit on double check. We'll see. We'll see how that changes the next couple of days. Passengers disembarking, so they're now leaving the aircraft. Norism Cyclops, you take care. 200 a day in a heavy storm, had landed Vox breach acute low visibility. Maybe Ground Marshal scared of the sandwich van. Right, send the flights. So LA32NX, A320neo from Brasília to Rio, 1 hour 18 minute flight time, planned departure 1929, actual departure 1936, slightly late departure but nice early arrival, plan of 59.55, 184 passengers, 94 satisfaction, landing rate 164, and a block time of 1 hour 35. I'll save the flight and stick the report. It wasn't landing rate, sorry, it was 164, not bad. I dropped the flight report in chat, so if we should get in more detail, feel free to do so. We'll finish the flight on Volanta. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to reload the flight, but in the default A320, because as you guys know, the FlyByWire, whoops, if I sort of finish the sort of recording the replay, that'd be good. The FlyByWire A32NX can be a bit funny with the replay tool. The default A320 is absolutely perfect with it, so we'll, yeah, possibly missed the waypoint. I'd have to double check. We'll load the default A320 and then we'll have a look at the replay from the passenger point of view. So, world map, spawn ourselves at Rio. Too big for respond to the other Rio airport and get that to load in. Right, Santos Dumont. We'll stick ourselves at the end of runway 02 right. Stick ourselves in a default 320. Stick it in the LATAM colours if I've got it. If not, find something that's similar. Sri Lankan, test pilot, aviators, Xbox World Travel at 7. Have I not got? Default LATAM. That's a shame. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to go with Avianca, which is probably the closest airline in terms of flying this region. Must admit, a little surprised. Indigo, nope. X Livery 1, Global Freightways, Orbit Airlines, Pacific S7 as well. World Travel. Okay, so livery I got it for the FlyByWire, not for this one. Fair enough. On this occasion, we'll have to do replay in LATAM. Sorry, in Avianca. Close enough, I guess. I've not done Miami to Ibiza either. It's another one I need to, well, it's a long route that, but not impossible. Yeah, I think we may not get this this award. I might drop an well, I think there's a Facebook group or Discord group that Volanta use. I might drop them like a support, like saying, "Hey, just want to double check: is this illegal for this approach? Because this is the main bit that you really need to worry about." But there was a waypoint up here. The was it the Romeo Juliet 3-2 point, which I didn't do. Has that cost us? If it has, then guess what? We're doing this landing again soon. Alright, so live weather, live time. Let it load up. There we go. Right. It's replay time. Yeah, we cheated. See, we cheated so badly, we're no longer flying the same airline. That's how bad we cheated. Right, let's just clear the... Ah, it doesn't even work. That shows you detail of default aircraft. Right. I'll have a look at the landing now from passenger perspective. So this is the right-hand side view we'll do first. As you enter the final turn. And really, with this approach, it's a case of looking at proximity to the ground. How close we get... Not making contact, of course, but how close we get to the ground with the final turn kicking in place. Can I post a link that you can try to use another flight recorder if you like? I can check it out, LD. I mean, I quite like FlightControlReplay. I believe it's flight recorder you're going to send a link to. I don't know. I quite like FCR, but I'll do a bit of digging with it. Drop a link. If you're on Discord, LD, drop a link in my Discord. Miami to Ibiza is 9 hours that route. Maybe we'll do that in 787 as an aircraft. Maybe. So the right hand turn as we now fly parallel to the runway, and this is the final left hand turn. We do 180, go back on ourselves, and land runway 02 right. Some fantastic views, I must say, of this approach. Right down the mountains, left hand side, of course, the more impressive view. So we'll definitely take a moment to look at it from the left hand side as well. You know, right hand side, you can just see the tops of the mountains coming into view and going away. This one's my manual control, making the manual adjustments to get the aircraft on the final heading and course into the runway. Do American fly that route? Okay, interesting. Okay, it's worth a look then. It's worth a look. Small adjustments. Line ourselves runway 02. And touchdown. And really, the braking in this was very heavy on that. Right, so now this from the left-hand side. This is the more impressive view. Yep, TAM, LATAM. So LATAM exists as a merger between LAN and TAM. LAN and TAM merge to form LATAM. The replay's Avianca, but only because the livery doesn't exist as a default on this occasion. That's my fault. But hey, apart from that, the flight was under the TAM, everything else is TAM. It's just a replay. I've had to move away from this and go Avianca. So right hand turn, get ourselves onto a course parallel to the airport. You'll be able to see the airport that's there. It's all fancy reclaimed land, just like the Japanese do with their airports, and London City Airport. At this point, we're clearing the mountains down below, following the 2.85 degree descent gradient. Actually, I didn't do enough things. I went 2.7. Whoops. Left hand turn, and this is where we're now descending as a rapid rate and doing 180 to get us back towards the runway. There's your airport. There's your beach. Yeah, it's a very tight approach. So yeah, give it a go, Joanne. It's the RNAV Whiskey, runway 02 right at Rio de Janeiro. Gorgeous view. If you didn't know better, you think this was real. Well, stick on a 4K system, scale it up. We're getting better out of this. And here comes the runway. And here comes touchdown. Yeah, it's a slightly late touchdown, not terrible. A little later than perhaps it needed to be. Yeah, and there's our maximum braking, manual braking, just get the airplane down. Right, let's stick ourselves on I don't know, stick ourselves on a mountain somewhere. Let's have a look at this approach from the mountaintop somewhere nearby. So disable follow mode, increase drone speed. It's one of these mountains, probably. Well, I'm sure that in reality the Christ Redeemed section on top of that mountain there, but just in this case, the scenery doesn't need to include it. I remember that actually, wasn't that not a big landmark that was missing in the scene that everyone made mention of when it first came out to Microsoft Flight? So I'm sure that was the case. In fact, oh, we'll do two. We'll do one from the mountain. We'll do one from the beach as well, because both of these will show you great views of this approach. So there's our aircrafts making a right hand turn now. Imagine doing plane spotting here. This would be a heck of a view. If I'm in Rio, I might even do this. Yes, Sugarloaf Mountain. What's the Portuguese name for this? I've got it written down somewhere. Oops. Don't forget tracking the aircraft. Powder Akusa? Powder Akusa, I believe it is pronounced. Probably wrong. It's behind Seymour Inland. Okay, wrong mountain. Fair enough, it's probably can't see it then.
100, 50, 30, retard, 5.
Not bad. Right, we'll do the same for the beach. So we're just on the beach, we're relaxing for some reason at 10 PM in Rio. Next thing you know, it's plane comes out of nowhere. Yeah, probably horribly wrong. I'm sure I'm going to get... Well, I've already said gracias as a thank you in Portuguese. I'm already getting shot by some of the Portuguese community. That has probably done me no more favours. I might just never fly to any Portuguese regions again. Ah! There it is! There's Christ the Redeemer. Maybe you'll see the Jesus view descending. It is a tight old turn, this. It is a tight old turn.
400, 300, 200, 100, 50, 30, retard, 5.
Right, let's try and find a Jesus view this approach. Where are you, Christ the Redeemer? Where is he? There he is. When's Thrustmaster send me a joystick? I mean, I wouldn't say no to that. I've been using Thrustmaster products for years, and they are one of my favourites for hardware. So, Thrustmaster, if you're watching this, give me a call. There he is. Christ the Redeemer. I'd love to visit Rio one day. Somewhere. I hope it wouldn't be too difficult for me to get to, actually. Right, where's our aeroplane gone? The visibility is a bit too poor, I think.
1,000.
Nope.
2,500.
No visibility, sorry. Too far away.
500.
Ah, there we are. Ah, the airport's all the way over there. Okay.
400.
So this is Jesus' view. Pigeon's view. Check out Rio. I've checked out Rio and Garcia in the past. It's cool. It's one of the 3D modelled airports Microsoft flies by default. Back when the sim was still in its pre-release stage, part of the early access some of the streams got, we actually did a stream into the main Rio airport. So we've done it in the past, and we'll definitely do some more in the future. Although, like High Tac, I think this is the more fun airport to go into. Jesus, Joe landing? Sure he did.
1,000.
Yeah, it just shows you how tight this final turn is. Banking 40 degrees there. I didn't quite get near bank angle. A320 limits the bank on this, but certainly a stretch. And ignoring the fact this is a Navianca aeroplane, not a TAM, let's have a look at the landing from the nose wheel kind of point of view.
400.
So what I'm doing quite like AvGeek, you need to have a mod for it to be available. I've got a payaway mod from Red Wing Sim. But you can get yourself a chance for Science Kai Tac. It's definitely worth giving a go.
200.
Right, have a look at this landing from a nose gear point of view.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Drive.
Firm, but fair. And there we have it. I think that brings us to the end of our adventure from Brasília down to Rio today. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did enjoy it, do leave a like, do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you very much for the donations today, as well as the memberships. Thank you guys for watching as well. Thanks for chatting. As always, it's always a joy. Thanks to the ATC as well. Had some pretty interesting ATC on the trip today. Of course, the Portuguese makes it sound like you're shouting all the time, but that's just how it goes in this part of the world. Tight approach. Overall, a very, very good flight. So, thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'm hosting again tomorrow, some Trains World action. Friday we'll do some fishing. And then back on Saturday with some more flight sim. So take care of yourselves. Have a good one. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye bye.